Hello Gemini, welcome to your weekly love readings. These are a bit late, so I'm going to extend the time period. So these will go from the 26th of May until the 31st of May. Thank you so much for your patience. I was wrecked halfway through the readings last night and I was like, there's no way I can actually do any more. The ones that I did were a bit sketchy anyway. So yeah, I decided to call it a night and just sleep, which was good. All right, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. Leave a comment down in the comment section below. Also, these are general love readings, so they're not going to resonate with every single person every single week. If it's not resonating with you this week, that's okay. Hit that notification button if you haven't already, and then go and check out one of the other tarot readers here on YouTube. We're also going to finish the reading with a pick a card. It seemed to go really well. Everyone loved it last week, so we'll do it again. It'll be 3 cards. Question doesn't need to relate to the reading, so if you've just got a question you want answered, you don't have to sit through the reading if it's not resonating with you. You can come for the ride if you want, but you can always fast forward there. All right, let's see what love messages we have for Gemini. My Geminis, my two-faced little Geminis. All right, love messages for Gemini. Here we go. King of Wands. What a card to start with. Someone's setting your heart on fire with a Queen of Swords. Look at this. The hot and the cold. The opposites. I love it. Opposites attract. They're a yin and a yang. They're a balance. I feel like we're going to end up going down the line here. All right, let's see Gemini, please. Ooh, children, 6 of Cups. Wowzers. All right, and I got a really strong children off this card, which, the cards can, followed by the 10 of Cups. What is happening, Gemini? This is amazing. Okay. Why are you here? Your life is perfect. Have you just come to confirm how perfect it is? All right. One more, please. Don't ruin it, Tarot. Don't give me any bad news after this perfect ending, this happily ever after that you've just delivered me. Oh, come on. All right, you could be dealing with a Capricorn. So if you're dealing with a Capricorn, that's great. I feel like everything's going along nicely. And then like this happens here. This is behind the scenes. There's some toxicity behind the scenes, so we will come back to that. All right, what I do want to start with is I want to go down the line for each of these people, get a little bit of info about who you're dealing with and which one you are, which one they are. 6 of Cups, 10 of Cups. It looks like marriage and children. This person could be marriage and children for you. If you haven't already got that, you may already have this, and you might have an amazing, on the surface situation. These are a perfect match, these cards too, because see how the story almost flows on? They're really connected. It's almost like there's this little border, but that's actually what's happening through the windows. There's no gap in between. And then, yeah, we've got this beautiful little devil here. The devil. Love it. All right, let's do this. King of Wands. Who is the King of Wands? Tell us about the King of Wands, please. We don't always do this for people that are new to the channel. This happens when we get 2 court cards come out. We read more about the court cards. I call it going down the line. That's what I've always called it. It tends to really weirdly happen mostly in the weekend reads, which is odd. And that's a shorter, we only do 3 cards in the weekend read, so it's a bit odd. All right, tell us about the King of Wands, please. Had too much sugar today. Clearly talking too much. Okay, this is someone who's very indecisive. They're terrible at making a decision. They're not really a great negotiator. They might get walked on a little bit. So they might be a business person, but not a very good business person. You might love them in spite of that, which is fine. They may have had a few failed businesses here. With the 4 of Swords, they work themselves to death though. Like they don't ever give themselves a break. I'll take one more, please. So they try, but I'm not sure that they ever get anywhere. One more, please. But they try very, very hard. Yeah. So they try very hard, but that makes them a little bit unavailable. And two, they may have some mental health issues going on here as well. Here's my mental health guy. He's a little bit unstable. But it's that instability. It's that, I don't want to say lack of trustworthy because that's not true. It's the lack of reliability. That's the bit. So very trustworthy, but you can't always rely on them. They want to be a lot more. They certainly, project this air of business person, got it all together, very savvy, cluey when it comes to their work. Maybe not necessarily owning a business, but very career orientated. But you know them on a different level, and you know the real them, which is down here. All right, I do feel like that is them too, by the way. So I feel like, and don't get hung up on the genders because I read them as they are in the cards. Queen of Swords. Tell us about this Queen of Swords, please. The Queen of Swords, she's normally a little bit cold. She's a bit reserved. She doesn't oh, look at this. Queen and King. So the two of these coming through together tells me that you're a very balanced person. So even though you might not be particularly emotional, you will not let your heart, you try not to let your head rule your heart. Other way around. You try not to let your heart rule your head. But you see both sides. Look at this. Perfect. Gemini as well. Seeing both sides. It's this balance of yin and yang inside of you. More on this, please. More on the Queen and the King. It's like the two halves of you separated. Amazing that it came out like that. Yeah. And this, your coldness, that iciness that comes from you, is all to avoid getting hurt. You'll do anything to avoid getting hurt, even if it means not taking a risk in love. I'll take one more, please, for the Queen of Swords. Queen of Swords. You, because it's air sign as well. Okay. Lovers in reverse. This situation's got you feeling a little bit out of sorts. I'm going to clarify the Lovers in reverse too, please, because that is the Gemini card. Yeah. It's like Ten of Swords in reverse. So you're still in the process of getting over a significant trauma. You're almost there, but not quite. You realize that this person could give you everything you've ever hoped for. But behind the scenes, in the darkest part of your mind, this devil still lurks, and it's directly tied to this stuff. You're still trying to process the devil out, basically. And this is this previous situation. It's left you with toxic waste baggage, basically. Let's clarify him. Clarify the devil, please. Clarify the devil. Yeah, it's exhausting you. Whoever this is or whatever they did, they broke your spirit. They drained you. They sucked you dry for everything that you had. And now it's still impacting you, however long later. One more, please, for the Nine of Wands, devil. This person may even still be in your life if it is a person, not a trait. Three of Pentacles, you just weren't on the same page as them. They constantly fought with you all the time. Like you would say black, they would say white, just for the sake of it. If you were going through, custody or, separation, that sort of stuff, they were just intentionally difficult, just for the sake of being difficult. It's like the opposite of team, if there is something. All right. I feel like I've lost you guys a little bit here. Let me just move that over so you can see what we're dealing with here. All right. I don't want the devil too close to your happiness. It's weirding me out. I just need him to stay over there somewhere. Okay. All right, let's go thoughts and feelings. Your thoughts and feelings, please. Oh, secrets are coming out. So I think that I think why you're here is because this is about to burst. You can't keep it hidden anymore. You've kept this person at arm's length for as long as you can. Yeah, you've kept them at arm's length for as long as you can, but now the emotions are taking over. Now the emotions are starting to mess with your head, and you are kind of losing balance of it all because you're trying to keep this a secret, how damaged you have been from the past, and kind of stay all cool about it. Like, yeah, I don't let it affect me. No one can get to me. When it's the floodgates are about to burst here. All right, I want to do thoughts and feelings on this person. I'm not convinced that is a person. I think it's a situation. So yeah, thoughts and feelings on the new person, please. I think what you're doing though is focusing on the few negative traits that they do have and maybe blowing them up into big negative traits. Oh, look at this. It's a beautiful union. Like whenever we talk about this side of the table, you get 6 of Cups, 10 of Cups, the Sun. Like you get all these beautiful cards. Thoughts and feelings for the other person. Like they see you as this beautiful shining light that's come into their life. Look at this beautiful Empress energy. They take good care of you. They want to take care of you. They feel like they're very taken care of by you. There's a lot of love, mutual love here. Strength that comes with that Empress. Beautiful. Love it. They have so much respect for you. It's so good. Okay. All right. Most likely outcome, please. Okay. You are still going to withhold any permanent or like not permanent offers, but moving things to the next level. You're going to withhold from that. So, you know, if you're currently just casually dating, you won't want to make it official just yet. You're still holding back. It doesn't mean the lovemaking is going to stop. The passion is there. It's the fear of commitment. That's the problem. So the passion is there. You know, the long-term vision is there. The amount of respect and mutual love and adoration is there. It's just this commitment issue. 6 of Wands might have you come undone. I'm worried. I think maybe you're concerned about failing. That's your worry. This was a spirit selection. Okay, so look, you might have to actually just face some harsh truths, and there might be a conversation in the near future where you're going to have to tell this person about the reality of your baggage and why you have it. And it's going to be a conversation that you don't really want to have, because it's a truth that you don't want to speak with this Page of Swords in reverse. I think that's the fear of failure. I think that's what you're concerned. I think you're worried that if they know your past, they will think less of you. Not true. And if they do, are they worth it? Absolutely not is the answer. All right, let's see. Advice, please, for Gemini. Oh, we took 2. Oh, would you read about this? Like, seriously, that is crazy. Whew. Okay, so this is saying you need to balance the 2 sides of yourself. Remember how I talked about the King and the Queen? This is crazy. The fact that they've both come out on top of each other, not just repeated in the... sometimes tarot actually blows my mind. Actually, it does that every day. So remember how I was saying this is like your two halves of you? Spirit agrees. And they're saying you need to balance that. So you're very wise and intelligent, and you're very good at using that intelligence. But sometimes you can be a little bit quick with the sword, a bit harsh. So you need to learn how to balance this by being fair, and not jumping the gun and just a slasher. You're not a serial killer, slasher. So don't slash people for fear of getting hurt. When she is cutting it, she's very much, I'll cut you before you cut me. And that's what she is when she's in reverse. I'm going to cut you first so I don't get hurt, which is exactly what we saw here. So you've got to work on that. You've got to work on tying together the logic and reason that we see in the king, and also the fairness and I wouldn't say loving, but it is a fairness. It's acceptance, and allow people close enough, keep them at sword's length, but close enough, because she's ushering someone in. She's saying, come towards me. I'm not going to stab you with my sword. I'm not in reverse today. I'm in the upright. I'm not losing my mind today. I've had my happy pills. So yeah, you need to get those two sides of your personality together. I have to put it like this though, because that's how it came out. All right. Advice, please. That's so weird that it came out like that, but it's good because it confirms exactly what my intuition is telling me on the cards. Okay, one more, please. Okay. You have a habit of being impatient as well. So this impatience, you need to work on that. Okay. Once you've sorted all of this out, there won't be any confusion. You will know what cup is the best cup for you. It will actually just appear. You can actually see how out of all the cups, this one here is lighting up, and it's like, this is the one. It will just become obvious what the answer is. Okay. So there won't be this feeling of confusion of, I don't know what to do next, and blah, 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 blah. Once you've tried to process some of these things, that's actually going to help sort out some of this toxic waste that you've still got left over from previous relationships. I can't even call it baggage, because I'm imagining it you carrying around in big drums like in The Simpsons with, toxic symbols on it, hazardous nuclear waste. And hey, I carried some of those barrels around myself for a really long time. Not your barrels, some of my barrels. But yeah, you've got to release them. You've got to work out ways to release them. And you do this by strengthening yourself, and by writing yourself, not writing. And that's what will improve. All right, let's do Romance Angel, see what we've got here. Romance Angel, can we focus on... No, we can't focus on. It's going to give me all three. It's important. I didn't want to take it, but I was very clearly told no, all three. Okay, so we've got love yourself first. Again, this ties directly to some of this stuff we've just been talking about. Attraction. You attract romantic love by enjoying this moment fully. We're seeing that here. The attraction, there's no denying the chemistry that exists between you and this person. And then make the effort. Great love is worth taking the steps you're guided to take. So you will have to let go of that fear. You will have to make the effort. Also, that's this as well. Like, this is a bit of laziness going on here. I can't be bothered. I don't want to make the effort. It's too hard. So, really spirit kind of saying, hey, come on, it's time. It's time, Gemini, it's time. All right, let's do your pick a card. Think of a question that you would like answered. It doesn't need to be in relation to this particular reading. It can be any question. I'm going to draw 3 cards. Once I've done that, we will turn them over. So you'll get an opportunity to pause the video if you need to and really focus on which card you're drawn to the most. So this will be card number 1, card number 2. Clearly wants to be seen and noticed, and card number 3, please. Okay, all right, so have a think about which card you're most drawn to. If you were drawn to card number 1, the answer is a year from now. If you were drawn to card number 2, your answer is don't stop. If you were drawn to card number 3, the answer is romance, which is lovely. All right, Gemini, that's what I've got for you this week. Thank you for being so patient. I will see you all for the weekend reads. Have a great week. Talk to you soon. Bye.